everybody. It's Scotty, Evil Striegel. We're out here at Hoosier Hilltoppers in the pits right now, getting ready to practice on the YZ250 behind me. Pretty excited. Haven't ridden it at all, so track looks primo. We're gonna get out and cruise around, and then once I get comfortable, I'll see what this thing can do. Let's check it out. Whew, let's get it. Well, the YZ's not running, so the vintage saga continues. Rode about 5 laps of practice, and it was running great. I was having a good time. I wish I would have filmed that, but just starting to get comfortable, and it died. It seems like it's got compression, and I think it's got weak spark, so I'm thinking that it's maybe ignition related. You can barely see a spark on the spark plug, so hopefully I can find some parts to get this thing going for vintage days. I'm pretty bummed. Pretty bummed, if I'm being honest. I was pretty excited to ride it, and I was having a good time, so man, just got this cloud around me, it seems like, with motorcycles. Dabbed my knee, or dabbed my foot in a marbly corner and popped my knee a little bit, so I think it's all right. But yeah, I think I'm gonna ride my dad's new 23 KTM, so I'll at least get some footage of that before we figure out what's wrong with this thing. So I'm gonna go ride this 23 KTM 450 SXF with the 20, or I don't know, even real super expensive cone valve forks on it, vet rider style. We're gonna see how it feels. I haven't ridden a 450 in years, so that'll be interesting. Haven't ridden a modern bike in a long time, so it'll be interesting. At least that'll be fun. But I guess I'll clip that in here after this, and then hopefully I figure this out by the end of this video. Stay tuned, because Vintage Days is 1 week away. So yeah, enjoy me figuring out how to ride a modern bike again. I'll see you behind the bars. How about that?
It's in map 1, but you don't need map 2.
All right, here we go. First time on a new 450 in a long time, years. the house with the YZ. I rode Dad's 450, and now we're back here trying to figure this thing out. Got the we had just had the stator cover off. It's all brand new, so we're thinking that's not why it's not running. We don't think it's top end. Don't think it's the motor. We think it's got to be something with the ignition or losing spark somewhere, because the spark's really weak. So hopefully we get this figured out, man. Right, Pop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Vintage bikes. They suck.
They're pretty fun, but
they're great. You just gotta work on them a little.
gotta work on them a lot here lately. I've had a cloud over me, man. I feel like fucking Eeyore. But 1 week, try and get it figured out.
At least we shook it down today and figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get after it. All right. Dad and I are on the way to CC Power Sports. Check them out if you're local to the Midwest. But we're gonna go down and get the coil tested. They've got a tester down there, so we're hoping that it's not that, to be honest, because it's kind of expensive and hard to find right now. So, but it'll at least rule it out. We're gonna go get the coil tested. We got it off the bike, and the frame was painted, and I'll show you that here. This is where the coil would have mounted to the frame, and it is painted. So I took a wire brush to that. That might fix it, but they close in an hour and a half. I want to make sure the coil is good, so we're gonna go down and check it first before I even put it back on and try that. So see what happens. Vintage racing. Well, the motor's coming apart. I think I may have bought a dud, everybody. I don't know. It's getting fuel. It's getting spark. We've checked everything we know. We've checked the timing. This is the last thing we can look at, so pretty upset. Yay, vintage days. Oh, yeah. Not a new motor. Bummer. Major bummer.
Well, let's get the jug off.
So, mega bummer. That's the piston. It's smoked. Now, my buddy Greg did not know anything about that, so not on him. Just shitty situation you get into sometimes when you're buying used stuff, or especially when you're buying old stuff. So, man, this sucks. So yeah, the motor is blown up. So the dark cloud of vintage days carried over a year after I, put $600 or $700 in the new motor of the '93 and got this whim and wanted to switch and try something older. I still do. I still want to race this bike. Luckily, Greg, who's a great guy, the vintage god, he's been in a couple of my videos. He didn't know what the state of the motor was. The guy that he got it from said it was rebuilt, and he trusted the guy. And that's how it goes in this industry, with old bikes. And maybe he did put a new motor in it, but it only lasted 5 laps. So, but Greg, he's gonna help me out, and we're gonna bore this thing out to 700s over, whatever. I don't know. It's already bored out to 50 over, so we're going to 7, I think. And we're gonna get a new piston in it. Hopefully we get that in by Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Monday now. Vintage days. We're gonna be driving up on Friday, so we've got less than 5 days to get this thing back running, and I hope we can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna take the cylinder today to get it bored, and hopefully we get a piston tomorrow. So fingers crossed, guys. I don't know how if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna be in a very sorry mental state. So all right, let me see that real quick just to show the holes here. So here's the new piston that's going in. And you see those two holes right there? What do those do, Dad?
Those allow it to lubricate the split port for the exhaust port.
So on this cylinder,
I got that ring in there.
get the ring in there. I don't want to mess it up too much. You see that split port down in there? The original piston here, and I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but this piston was not drilled, and that is the piston that came out. This was supposed to be a new piston, and I kind of believe that it was.
It was a new piston. Yep, I got it and drilled it.
Wasn't drilled though, and that's what caused that to happen. We think it got really hot, so we got the we're going to a 1.5 over piston, and we got it bored by good guy Big John. Did us a favor on a weeknight into his nice personal shop there. If you need anything bored, he does work. He does all across the United States. Super cheap, super good dude. I'll put his information here in the video. Yeah, he did really good work. Look down in there. Super nice. And we were in and out in probably less than 30 minutes, I would say. So he ships UPS all across the country. So good dude. But anyway, we're gonna hopefully get this thing back together, and hopefully it'll be running. We'll be going to Vintage Days. So all right, pardon the dirty garage
And the dirty bike.
and the dirty bike. It's back together. It's got way more compression than it ever had when I bought it, so I'm thinking she's ready to go. We're gonna give her a kick and get her running. Fingers crossed, everybody. Vintage Days is in 2 days. Alright guys, it's 10:35 Wednesday night. We leave Friday morning for Vintage Days, and we finally got the thing running. Thank you, Greg Boone, for hooking me up and getting this thing back where it needed to be. Unfortunately, you know, the bike legend, the vintage bike guru there, you know, you can't trust everybody. I guess that says they rebuilt the top end, but I always trust Greg. Greg is a stand-up dude, and he hooked me up. We got this thing back and going, and it is ready to race. So we're exhausted. We've kept the neighborhood up late, and yeah, man, thanks, Greg. I'm super excited to be able to get this thing out there. It's right, and it's barking like a beast now. So thanks also Pop behind the camera for staying up late and getting me going. And thanks to Big John for getting the board done on a weeknight. That's awesome. So if you need anything done boring wise, or I think he even does re-sleeving, hit him up. I'll put his information here in the video.
Boats or dirt bikes.
Boats, yeah. Boats,
or any
personal
motorcycles.
watercraft, motorcycles, just not cars. But he does good work, and he ships throughout the United States. So yeah, thanks Big John, and thanks Greg Boone. You're a legend. Good dude. I'll see you guys at Vintage Days. We'll check out Greg's bikes. Greg's got like 4 bikes at Vintage Days, so we're going to look at all his bikes. We're going to look at what Rodney, if you remember Rodney last year, riding the XO100, he's got some bigger bore stuff he's riding this year, so and one small bore. So we'll check all that stuff out on Saturday, and Sunday we'll race. God willing, it doesn't rain. We might race Saturday if it looks like it's going to rain Sunday. But regardless, we'll gate drop on this thing. So I'm excited. See you on the next video.